Hello and welcome to The Last Word on Spurs. We hope you're keeping very, very safe and well. Thank you ever so much for joining us as we provide to you the big match preview for Tottenham Hotspur's trip to the King Power Stadium to face Leicester City to come on Saturday. Now, Spurs being Spurs, just when you think there's no crisis around the corner, everything is going good and well. We had the news earlier today that this will be obviously for a morning commute. This will be yesterday for you guys that Hugo Lloris will be out for what looks like between 6 to 8 weeks with an injury. So, look, in terms of content, Spurs, you know, they always give us something to talk about. Who gives you a Leicester perspective of what we should be expecting on Saturday. And we are going to turn our attention to Leicester to come. Jess, let's start with you. Look, big game for Tottenham Saturday afternoon, taking on Leicester, who, to be fair to them, I mean, they started the season in a really, really bad form under Brendan Rodgers. There was talk whether he'd even arguably keep his job. There was just something not clicking with Leicester. I mean, to be fair, they've made a couple of moves in the January transfer market to refresh their squad. They come off the back of a really good win against Aston Villa, a 4-2 win, I think it was, away from home. Just what kind of game do you think we're expecting? Always have at the King Power. What do you make of it?
Well, this is the thing. I feel like I saw some comments earlier. People were like, oh, yeah, we should smash them, blah, 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 which technically we should. But I just don't think we should underestimate them because, firstly, Spurs. Secondly, obviously, Lloris isn't there. We've lost Romero as well. And so that defensively is like quite a big thing, you know, changing it up after a good win. James Maddison is back from injury. I don't know too much about him, but I do know that since his return, they drew 2-2 against Brighton. And then, like you said, they had that win 4-2 against Aston Villa. It's not looking, I mean, he's looking good. And then also you mentioned new signings. There was someone, Tete, is that right?
Yeah, Tete, yeah.
He was looking really good. And I feel like he's brand new and already a fan favorite. So we're going to need to obviously watch out for that. But it's one of those where we should win. So I back us. And I think if we play attacking like we did, we watch out for those people who are back. We've got this. We have got this.
Just get a prediction when you, Jess. What are you going to go for?
I am going to go... I want us to get 3. I want Sonny back on the score sheet. That's what I desperately want.
Oh, man, agree.
I think they might get 1. I'm going to go 3-1.
Okay, positive there from Jess, a 3-1. Pat, let's come around to you. Look, I mean, I think we always say Leicester away, never an easy ground for Tottenham. I mean, having said that, there's been a few games we've done really, really well up there, going pretty back to the Poch years, to be honest with you. But it's always a tough game. And to be fair, look, I mean, if Spurs do want to keep in top 4 contention, of course, just a point behind Newcastle going into this. You know, they're going to have to be winning these games. If I'm being honest with you, Pat, they can't really afford to drop points. How do you see it playing out for you, Pat?
Yeah, I echo everything Jess is saying. I think we will win the game. Let's be positive. I think we'll win the game. But Leicester, you've got to watch James Maddison, a fantastic player, someone I've always admired. I mean, this season, he's got 8 goals. I didn't realise he'd scored so many goals this season and 4 assists. So the guy's cooking. Harvey Barnes is always a goal threat as well. He's got 7 goals and 1 assist. So they've got some quality players. Jamie Vardy's definitely seen better days. But, you know, he lost to turn up against Tottenham. So we've got to watch out for him. But he might come off the bench and have a cameo appearance. But to be fair, we've got way more than enough for Leicester. I see us winning quite comfortably, dare I say, like touch wood. I think we'll beat them 4-1.
Okay.
So, Sonny to get 2 goals, because Son looked good. I was arguing with a lot of people on podcasts this week because they were saying, "What's going on with Son?" And I said to them, I thought Son had a good game. Like, takes basically each game on a case by case basis. Against Man City, that was the Son that we all love, running at players, being dangerous, basically being a threat. 1 or 2 decisions in the final third could have been better, but that was the Son that we know. We all want to see him get goals and assists. That didn't come, but I believe that he's back to where he should be. So, I think Son scores 2, Kane scores 2. We beat them 4-1.
Okay, love it. I mean, Mitch, it's quite interesting. At one point, we were expecting maybe Rodgers to lose his job at Leicester. They were in a horrendous run of form. I think it's actually, when you look at the reverse fixture, Spurs smashing Leicester at home and Son getting that hat-trick. I mean, there was a real feeling in between that international break that Leicester might arguably make a managerial change, but they didn't. They stuck with Rodgers. I mean, you could argue that maybe he had a big compensation package that would have been really hard given their own issues with financial fair play. Well, they might have not done that. But look, they have to some degree backed them a couple of January signings, as Jess mentioned. They look refreshed from there. And as Jess again mentioned, that Tete will be one to watch. I mean, what kind of Leicester do you think we're going to be facing at the weekend, Mitch?
I think we're facing a dangerous Leicester. I mean, I love watching us play against Leicester. There's always some really good matchups against them. I mean, I was writing Live Scores preview for the game at the weekend earlier in the day today, and I was just doing some research on it. I think since Leicester got back promoted to the Premier League in 2014, across the games they've played against Spurs, there's been 71 goals across it. So it's a lot. Obviously, Harry Kane hasn't scored more against a Premier League side than Leicester with 18. So I expect it to be an affair with lots of goals. I think there's always a little bit of drama up in the Midlands against them as well. I was at the game. I can't even remember if it was last season. I think it was last season now with Bergwin's winner.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
I was in the away end for that.
So that was
incredible.
Did you end up falling onto the pitch with all the celebrations?
I was quite high up, but I think one fella I know ended up having his arm crushed and it broke.
Oh Jesus!
Oh wow!
But yeah, so I think.
I mean, ask me a year later whether it's worth it now. I mean, maybe you would say it was worth it now a year later, but yeah, at the time probably wasn't.
No, but it'll be a really good game, and I agree with what some of the guys in the comments are saying. Kane looks hungry for some goals. I think if I had to make a prediction, I'd go 3-2, I reckon.
Okay.
It's always back and forth end-to-end games between us, isn't it? It doesn't ever really look stable in either defence. And, without Romero for us, without Lloris and a couple of their new boys like Jess was mentioning as well, it could be quite a feisty affair, hopefully.
Yeah.